people. On my way home from, well, not on my way to home from work. A little dyslexia there just now. But anyway, just some encouragement for the single mamas, single daddies out there. When you have moments where you just feel alone, like you don't know if you're going to make it to another day, you don't know where your next income is coming from. For those of you who, it's hard, right? It's hard for everybody right now, but for the single parents, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know how you're going to feed them kids. You're sacrificing feeding yourself so your kids can eat. Trust me, I've been in situations like this, especially me as a child when my mom was doing everything by herself and it was just her, right? While dad was out running the streets chasing women, right? I understand. I've been there. I have been there to where I was in school, pregnant, when I went for nursing school the first time, and pregnant with my first daughter, and trying to do something so I'll set myself up where I don't ever have to depend on anybody. Struggling, working, and going to school, and taking care of a baby once the second kid came. Trust me, I've been there. It is not easy, but it's doable. When you put your faith in something bigger than you, I'm a believer. You believe in God, whatever people believe today. But you got to have some serious faith to push through when you're dealing with things. Because sometimes that's all you got. That is all you have is your faith that's going to carry you through the hard times. We shouldn't just count on God when things are great and everything's wonderful, right? But when you are even in your low season, your high season, your mid season, whatever season you're in, you should trust and put God first in everything. Because at the moment, it might not seem like God is hearing you or seeing you, and things are really hard. I've been in those situations where you don't know up from down and you just want to throw in a towel and give up. But I'm telling you, don't give up. Just if you can push through just another day, that'll get you to another day. And you take it moment by moment. Single parents, it is not easy. It is not. For all the young girls, young guys, if you are in a situation where you are about to be a single parent, meaning you found out you're pregnant and all these things, you just hang in there. Use your resources to get help. Don't be prideful where you know you need help and you have resources out there that you can ask to get help. And find yourself some faith, because that is the thing that will push you through, will prevent you from just throwing in the towel. Because I remember in nursing school, I remember things didn't work out with my kid's father, and it was just me, and I was pregnant with the little one, my second one, and I was in nursing school again for the second time, finishing up my RN, and then it was just, there were days where I was just crying. That is how I got through. I just cried and cried and cried until the next day. And I would get up, clean myself up, get that baby ready to take her to daycare, and then I would take my butt to school, do what I needed to do, get off school, go to work. I would study at work. I was fortunate where I had a job. I was doing home nursing at the time, like home care. So I was able to bring all my books to work with me and study. And I would do that. My whole shift in between taking care of my patient, I would study. So thank the Lord that I was blessed to put in a situation where I could study at work. Because when I got home, there's no way I could study with a baby at home. So, yeah, I did it. It was so hard, but I did it. Because I was like, I'll be daggone if I rely on someone to take care of me and my kids. Like I refuse to. So I bust my ass to get where I'm at today. I remember I had cesarean for both my girls, but I remember specifically with my little one, with Sinai, I remember I still had my last semester of nursing school, and I refused to stop, because sometimes when you have kids and you stop and you say, oh, I'm gonna go back after, 9 times out of 10 you don't go back, and then you don't finish what you started. So I refused. I said, no, I'm not going to pause this program. I'm going to finish. I was right in my end. I had my clinicals to finish up. I basically doubled up on my clinicals. I went to my advisor and told him, hey, I'm due, because the C-section, you're scheduled, when you're due. I said, I'm due to have my kid on this day. What can I do to get these clinicals finished, so by the time I'm delivered my baby, I'm good? Right? So that's what I did. So I got, my accommodations where I can finish things faster, and doubled up on my clinicals, and I was done with my clinicals before my baby was due. I still had a couple exams that I still had to finish. So after I had her, I had to beg my doctor to give me clearance to go back to school after having a C-section so I can finish. So he gave me clearance to just drive to school, and that's it. So me, 1 week postpartum, after a cesarean C-section, hobble my little butt into school to finish up. You had all my classmates looking at me like, didn't you just have a baby? What are you doing here? I gotta finish. That was my response. I gotta finish. And I did it. I remember pumping with nursing books in my lap, studying so I can finish school, studying while I'm nursing a new baby, and had my oldest also. She was probably like 4 at the time, 4 or 5 years old at the time. I did it. I just had, sometimes you just got to get some gumption about you, where you know what it is you're trying to do. Don't let anybody stop you from doing it, especially when you're a single parent and it's just you. I left Florida. I have no family over here in the Midwest. I have no family. It's just my kid's father and my kid's family, their dad's family. That's it. I have no family here. So I had nobody. Yes, my kid's grandma and grandpa, they helped when I needed them. Like if I needed them to pick them up from daycare, or kept them for whatever reason, if I had to work or whatever, they helped. But I had to do what I had to do. So I'll say all this to say, single parents, there isn't anything that you can't do. If you are healthy and able-bodied, find some faith about you, get some spiritual help on your side, and get it done with anything, whatever it is you're trying to do. Entrepreneurship, school, if it's not school or any schooling that requires long studies, if it's whatever it is you want to do, content creating, if it's this YouTube, if this is you're trying to do as a full-time gig, whatever it is, don't let nobody tell you can't do it, or don't find excuses to stop you from doing it, or circumstances. Just do it. Get out of your own way. So I ain't trying to be long-winded, but that's what I had to share. Just some encouragement for you guys that anything you want in this life, it's possible. You just got to get up and put one foot in front of the other and do it. What's that one saying? A journey to 1,000 miles starts with what? One step, or something to the effect, how it goes. That's all it takes, is you one step at a time, and keep going and don't stop until you meet whatever goal and destination you're trying to reach. Till next time, guys.